Hi, it's Friday and it's the 11th of October, and we're here to look at the astrology for today and the next couple of days. I think what we're going to be looking at involves the element of fire. It's as if the three fire planets, and the sun is considered a planet in astrology, it's as if the three fire planets are having a meeting, a huddle, they're getting together. And considering the amount of energy and vivaciousness and dramatic ability that these guys have, you don't miss fire, then it could be quite an interesting party. So let's just have a share so that you can look at the chart and see what's happening. Okay, so Sun is here at nearly 19 degrees of Libra. Interestingly, next to Juno, I spoke about that last time, the feisty Juno. Anyway, right, so the three fire planets are the Sun, Mars, and Jupiter. Jupiter is at 21 degrees, and so Jupiter is currently making what we call a trine with the Sun, so that's 120 degrees between them. This is what is considered to be a harmonious aspect. I think what it means is that they are in sync, they're in tune, they are singing from the same hymn sheet, if you like. The last fire planet that I'm going to talk about is Mars, and Mars is at 20 degrees of Cancer. Cancer and Libra are both cardinal signs, so this is on the cardinal cross, and therefore these are in square or at 90 degrees. Now, what we know about square is that it means that there is friction, there is tension, there's a pebble in the shoe, there's a thorn in your side. There's something of agitation, they're not getting on. There is disagreement. One is forcing the other into an action. Okay, so we've got the Sun, square Mars, and trine Jupiter. Okay, this is quite some party in terms of energy. It's like we've just been plugged into the sun, which, of course, if you've been following space weather, is in a highly active time at the moment. We are being flooded with protons, electrons, ions, anything else that they can find. All kinds of energy we recognize, energy we don't recognize. A huge amount of power and force is coming out of the sun, and it's piling into Earth's envelope or Earth's atmosphere as well. And in astrology, we've got three fire planets showing their appreciation for this by getting together in a huddle. I think it's interesting also that across the way from the sun here is Aries, and we've got Eris, which I will call the fourth fire planet, although it's a dwarf planet in the Kuiper Belt, way out beyond our usual planets. I'm going to call it the fourth fire planet. There's no doubt that Eris is fire. So Eris is also involved in this, and that's quite some combination now. Right. The other thing to note here before I stop the share is Pluto and the moon are now conjunct. Exactly, almost. Well, near enough. This intensifies the current Pluto situation, with Pluto being stationary. Remember, I talked about the magnifying glass and the burning, with the sun's ray going through the magnifying glass and burning the sun. The fact that the moon's there brings that energy into perspective, but also puts an element of uneasiness, dis-ease, fear almost. This is yin energy. All right, we've got feminine energy in Pluto, feminine zodiac sign, feminine moon, but it adds, it increases the amount of thoughtfulness, awareness, consideration for bigger, forces in life than ourselves, and really adds to everything that people are going through if they have a Pluto transit going on at the moment. So that's just something to add to it. Okay, right, I'm going to stop the share now, and I'm going to consider the situation with fire and how much fire there is. So like I was saying, okay, we do have an enormous amount of solar activity, and funnily enough, in astrology, we do have a lot of fire activity. What this does is it gives us an option for masculine energy. So masculine yin energy. So masculine is the energy that is confident, forceful. It moves forward, it radiates outwards. Masculine moves in straight lines. If you remember, the feminine energy pulls in, gravity, and works in curves, circles, spirals. So we've got something of a split now. If you think about that moon conjunct Pluto in Capricorn, it's a real feminine nest there down in the valley. And then we've got these three planets in fire all getting together in metaphorically a huddle. Then we've got a real split between the masculine and feminine. And what this means is we've actually got both of those available, both working the sky, both being highly visible. So there is this opportunity for action, but it comes with the fire element and therefore an increase in confidence. We have to be confident to take on the available active energy. We have to believe in ourselves. The fire element contains deity. It's a difficult one to get your head around, but all the gods, the goddesses, deities, they live in fire, whether or not that you think them as water nymphs or earth fairies. They are nevertheless in the realm of fire. This awards fire a great sense of imperiousness, great sense of nobility, royalty, a great sense of confidence, leadership, a sense that you can walk on water, a sense that your word will be listened to and followed, the sense that you can lead, you can push into the future, what you do will be effective. This is all backed up with the word of the gods, the energy of deity. It's often quite difficult to imagine that all this deity resides in fire, but if you get used to it, eventually you'll see actually that it is that is the way it is. Now, the water element is all about, feminine element, let's say, yin element is always about being down in the valley, whilst fire is high in the sky, is the height of fire and the depth of feminine or yin, whether it's earth or water. So with those water planets, Cancer and Pluto, nevertheless, obviously they're in Capricorn, which is the earth element. So you've got the two elements working there, but so they are working in scale wise, in height wise, they're working down in the moistness, in the dark, unseen, secretly. The fire planets are working obviously. Their energy is abundant. It's all around. So I guess if you're particularly canny, then what you can do is you can brood in with the feminine and draw from it that feminine wisdom, whilst at the same time taking actions which put the fire in the sky to a useful project or a useful activity. And that would be great. Cool. Now, we've still got all of the relationship energy, because we've got Juno conjunct the Sun opposite Chiron. So we've still got an enormous amount of relating activity, as in the world of two. So if we look at the weekend now, you can see it, can't you? We've got the depth and the thoughtfulness and the presence of the serpent feminine with its movements and writhing. And we've got the obvious charisma of fire. And we've got something that tells us the world of two, the world of relating and relationship is in high profile. Okay, so put all that lot together and you can see where I'm going. It's an interesting weekend for that. Right, well, I hope that was useful. And you're a video short this week. I'm sorry. I was very busy and I couldn't get to do it one day, and I'm sorry about that. But hopefully the ones that I have done are going to make up for it. Anyway, I'm going to wish you all a fabulous weekend, and I'm going to see you on Monday. And you can bring to me all of the wonderful stories of the things that have happened to you over the weekend in this relating and relationship energy. Don't forget my readings. Thank you to my fabulous clients. You know who you are. And I had a really good time today with a client in particular, great reading. So thank you for that. I hopefully, if I have never sat down with you over a coffee and discussed things, then hopefully we'll get an opportunity soon. That would be lovely. It'd be nice to see you. Right, I'm going to say goodbye now, and that's it. Enough from me. Okay then, thank you. Bye.